I haven't used since I got it. It was like a free... Xfinity has like a Storm Ready thing, and I guess I signed up for it because it wasn't going to cost anything, but I haven't used it. It seems to be working now. I didn't know how it works. It only works if you unplug your router. Hopefully this is only short term. I have not been feeling well lately, so might not be the highest energy stream, but I did show up, and that's what's important, because part of the reason I got back into streaming again was because I was having a lot of trouble with consistency, and streaming is something that I can have control over. It's something that I can do, that is something that is not like literally like if I don't show up, there's repercussions. There are repercussions, obviously, because if I don't stream on a consistent basis at the same time every week, my viewers aren't gonna know when to come back. And that's, I don't have like a crazy amount of viewers, but I do have a handful of viewers who are like, I didn't catch you when you were live, and they're like commenting on my YouTube VODs. And like they come in random times during stream, they're like, oh, I didn't know, I tried to catch your stream, but you weren't live at the same time. And it's like, I gotta go live at the same time every week. But I am feeling a little bit better, I guess, but a lot of it is, you know, it's like, at least I don't get, you know, this is a controlled, this is controlled because it's like, you know, I got the COVID and flu shot, and so it's like, it's, at least it's not COVID itself, you know, but either way, I'm here, and we're gonna be playing some chess. I'm gonna do my best, to run the stream, even though I don't feel the greatest. But we're gonna play some chess, and I'm gonna talk about my moves and stuff as usual. I have not done have not committed to a chess regimen just yet, but we're just gonna casually play, and eventually I'd like to get back into training. I want to play some over the board tournaments eventually. Right now, at this point in my life, it's not something that's a high priority. But I can at least play chess on stream. You know, that's something that it's not too difficult to do. I love streaming. I just love the format. I love having like this place I can go to that, it's like this little magical realm that I made. Now where's the... I need to load chess.com here. What? Why is it not? There we go. Yeah. Basically, just gonna play some 10-minute games. And just chat, but I'm not gonna be super chatty. We're just gonna kind of play through some games, and I'll talk through some of my moves. Normal chess stuff. That's the cool thing about chess, is even if it's like unlimited stuff to talk about. Right now I'm not committed to a training regimen, so I'm on a free account. Normally I would have a diamond membership. I'm not ready to commit to that annual cost just yet. If we're streaming pretty regularly on then I'll get myself a diamond membership again, because the game reviews more than anything really help, like a lot. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, but you could do that on your own. It's like, well, yeah, technically, but I would have to go over with like a coach, and even if I could use the, you know, I don't want to just use the engine on its own. I like the way chess.com does it. Like chess.com has like a kind of guided coaching. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing this, bringing the queen out early. What are the things you're not supposed to do? You like listening to music while you're playing? Yeah, I love. We're listening to Rainwave OC Remix right now, Amor. Okay, night comes out. Pretty standard stuff. Gotta get the bishop out, then get the knight out and castle. I like this kind of Vienna position. Okay, now I know where to put my queen. Okay, so now I can either put over here, but then that prevents the pawn, so now I need to start thinking about where I want my queen. So that's the thing. I goaded my opponent to take this outpost. I need to defend that, so now I have to... Okay, let me just go back. I wasted a tempo. But at least now I know how my opponent's playing. Not the ideal strategy. I'm going to say that right now. It would have been better if I had just developed my bishop and then developed the knight and then castled. Then get the other bishop somewhere eventually. And this bishop would have come out, so eventually I have to move the king over and then push this pawn. That's like my usual Vienna strategy. Because I'm taking space on the king side. It's generally my Vienna strategy. There is a variant where the queen does come out to f3 instead of the pawn push. So I lost tempo now, and now I'm going to probably have to play a bit more aggressively. Okay, the cool thing is if you take that knight, it's with tempo. So now I'm gonna challenge that knight. Queen can come out, but oh, that, you know, then this pawn's no longer under attack. Remember, I only have 10 minutes total. Okay, I do not want to trade here because the pawn will take and it's with tempo. Kind of want to goad my opponent because then if you take here it's with tempo because of the knight. But then if you just trade off the knight, it's probably better for black anyway because this knight's already moved twice. Or what I could do is I can take with the knight itself, and then I have a better position for this knight. Probably a better move since I made like a really big mistake earlier by moving the queen out early. So I don't want to play too aggressively or get my pawn structure in a tizzy, because otherwise I'll double up pawns, and I just need to like, okay, I need to cut my losses and just play it safe and get developed. Castling should happen. Bishop has a escape square on a2, so not too worried about pawn advancement. Plus black literally just moved one space, so moving again would not make much sense. If black wanted to move there, you know, then he probably would have done that in the first place. I think I'm just going to castle, play it safe. I really don't like how this queen is stuck defending here on c2. Eventually I need to go somehow figure out how to yeah, and then there's this scenario as well. So now I have to play the pawn here. Good thing this isn't a bishop. Okay. Now I think I have to attack this knight. I could go back, but then that still has the problem of this pin. If I go up here and you trade, I have this bishop over here and I can eventually go back eventually if needed. That does kind of give black some pawn space, so I think I do need to... Okay, I know I went out here earlier, but now because of this situation I need to go back. I'm losing a lot of tempo this game, but we need to not worry so much about tempo loss. And now just... I think getting the queen out here probably pretty prudent, and then I can get a battery here. So now I have some plans. There's something to do about this though. So now the queen is going to have trouble getting out, so I might want to maybe get the queen out here and then eventually do that, but the open up that square and then push the pawn over here, and then I'll also open up the bishop. Okay, and if I start trades, pawn takes, and then at least then I have this pawn. If I just retreat, I don't like this. Yeah, the thing is, then the knight can come in, but then I could just trade, and then the black has a good pawn structure here. But then I could bring the queen over here and take this diagonal and basically take over for the bishop and then put pressure on b7. Let's just take. The pawn takes. That opens up this square. And we're just gonna have to retreat. Okay, and then this is a problem. Gonna have to push the king's pawn, king's knight pawn. Okay, well in this situation, this is a problem. This is a real problem. Am I gonna have to sack the exchange here? Yeah, I don't have enough time to calculate. Okay, let me just prevent pawn advancement here. Sack the exchange. And my king's exposed. This is not good, in case you're wondering. Black seems to be calculating. Definitely in Black's favor to take the exchange, to win the exchange. Especially since he's already up a pawn. Cracker smat, smoke and crack, and to his advantage. Now I have to rely on some blunder, like absurd blunderisms. Like absolutely absurd blunderisms are going to be the only way this game is going to be saved. I still need to defend here. Gotta watch out for these squares. Do not put the king and rook on these squares. Well, just do not put the king on this square if the bishop is not defending. While the queen is here. And do not put the rook here while the bishop isn't defending. While the queen's there. I am down a piece. And there's my king's exposed. He's naked. My king's naked. Okay. Luckily there's no light squared bishop. Only thing I'm gonna do is I really need battery against f7. And hope, you know, black should probably play h6. And that prevents a pin. Oh my goodness. Might be a shorter stream today. But I showed up, and that's why I started streaming again. Even though I was a bit late. Normally I want to show up at 10 a.m. But I got here. I didn't just stay in bed. That's a big problem for me. Is if I have a commitment I've made, especially if it's like, I think like getting my surgery required me to like push that skill of being able to show up to commitments, but at the same time it still cost me a lot of mental resources. And especially like I still have this issue where if it's not like make or break scheduling, like if it's something I scheduled for myself, especially if it's like, it's one thing if it's for like a job or something, right? Okay, and then I can prevent the rook from coming out. And then I can win back a pawn here. But I think black has plenty of opportunities to, okay, now I have to trade queens. Need to defend this square. Okay. What's up, Dawn? Welcome back, my friend. I'm kind of sick right now, but I showed up. You know, that's kind of what I was just talking about, actually, that, like, getting all my surgeries, especially this last one, it was driving me crazy. I don't know if you've been here since then. I got my big surgery. That was about 5 to 6 months ago. And it happened, and you know, but getting that to happen pushed me to be able to... I do not want to go there. I'm gonna lose a pawn, unfortunately. I only have a minute and a half left in this game. Yeah. But it forced me to be able to... Okay, now I can pin. King has to come in. Or the rook can come in. Obviously. Okay, so now I can get a pawn back, and I can save the bishop. And attack another pawn. Rook's defending. Oh, I didn't get a pawn back because I lost a pawn. Okay, I did get a pawn back. Yeah, because I lost another pawn, but I'm already down a piece. This is very losing for me. If black gets way too aggressive for no reason, okay, I just need to trade off, and I have a losing endgame here. I might have a... Actually, if black... Okay, black did not make a mistake here. Okay.
Looks like it's time to boil up.
Having, like, commitments for, like, doctor's appointments really pushed me to be able to follow through with very important things. However, the problem is when it's like things that aren't like tied to like doctor's appointments or like a job or something like that. I have a lot of difficulty. Like, for example, scheduling my stream is extremely difficult. I should have pushed the pawn. Oh. Okay. Because it's like I don't have any... There's no like... I don't have to run my stream, especially my stream, because my stream specifically is like super low priority for my life. Whereas like my bottom surgery was like, I can't go on without this. And it happened. So now I'm done, and now it's like, okay, like how do I transfer that over to the rest of my life? And now I'm in this weird place, and it's not like a bad thing, but like it's where I am right now. I'm in this phase of my life where I'm trying to figure out how to transfer those skills over to be able to make the rest of my life work, because I got those surgeries to work. I got facial surgery, I got bottom surgery, and I needed that so bad. And they're hard for anyone to get, like not just autistic people. Like they're hard for anyone to get. Best thing to do would be to trade off that rook and make it really simple for black. Okay. Oh, the right thing. I need to trade off that bishop. Here we go. GG. I think this merits a game review here. Okay, let's start the review. Okay. So it actually didn't have an issue with, I mean, I guess that's a normal opening. So this is where, because this prevents the pawn movement, I think the best thing to do would probably just been to push the pawn. Oh, never mind. I mean, just take with tempo. That's not the best. So maybe open up the D file. Okay, I see. This was a terrible move. I allowed the opponent to eventually win a pawn. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. So if you take, I guess it would have just sacked the exchange, and I guess that's fine. I could push here. Yeah, because then I get a move. Bishop is ready to develop. The thing is now, if you capture en passant, you no longer put threat on that pawn. So now it's like I got a free development for that pawn and the bishop. Okay, yeah. Okay, obviously. One of the best moves. Yeah, and from here it's GG. It was already GG. None of these moves I do really matter. A quicker checkmate. Probably here. Oh, I mean, whoops. Yeah, the best. Okay, yeah, moving the king towards, because now you have to move here. Yeah. Oh, that was a GG. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that I am a lot better at things than I realize. Like, being able to schedule things is a weak point of mine, and I just got like I'm working with I'm working with the center to help. I have lifelong access to resources now that are helping me, like specialized resources for people with developmental disorders like me. Okay, just standard development, 4 nights game. And I'm just gonna castle. And I literally just had a phone call today that finally scheduled to get my wisdom teeth removed. Some progress. And, you know, I'm gonna have a consultation, but like it's like navigating phone calls is like an absolute weakness for me. I don't know how I managed to somehow okay, well, if you take, I do expose my king. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I have to go for different targets. Okay, here we go. Not doing good today. Yeah, this is terrible already. Really bad. Okay, oh, here we go. It's a trap. Oh, oh, fuck, it's not a trap. I did that to myself, didn't I? Okay. Best thing to do would be just trade down material. If you allow me to do that trap, that'd be insane. It was my mistake for playing King H8. I should have just, like, developed the bishop or something. Okay, trap's no longer there. Rats. Okay. Not very good. Yeah, it's this executive dysfunction. It's one of the reasons why I have struggled so many years trying to improve at chess. Is decision making is not my strong suit. I'm trying so hard to improve my decision making abilities. Oh god. But decision making is absolutely crucial in chess. I know how to study chess, but all the studying in the world doesn't matter if you still make the wrong decisions. And that's the same problem I had. You'll notice in chess, or anything that you do in life, that the same problems that you struggle with in your own life will come across on the chessboard. And so the same problems I have in my own life, it's not one-to-one, obviously, because it's a game. But a lot of the issues that I have with my own life are, it's not a matter of not knowing what to do. It's that I don't really, executing them requires, like, precision. Especially, you know, some things aren't so difficult, but for some reason I have like a freeze response. Even if things like, oh, I need to call the dentist. And it's like, and then like months and months and months will go by and I haven't even scheduled. And, you know, unfortunately, what's funny, or I guess not funny, but like what's interesting is that I was able to somehow make my, like, gender confirming surgeries happen, which are difficult for anybody. Just because there's just so few, like, resources. I'm in California and I have a ton of resources. But, oh, this is good. This is just sad. No, I don't want to resign. It might make a big blunder. Unlikely. You can pretty much just play any move, and as long as you don't just throw me a rook for no reason, it's GG for me. Yeah, this is GG. Yeah, in fact, I just guaranteed it. I may as well have resigned there. Okay, yeah, I think it's easier if I just do display capture. No, it's not. It's not that great. Okay, yeah, so let's see where I went wrong. Yeah, see the problem here. Yeah, I allowed the knight to come in. I think if I just pressured the bishop here. Because now if you take, queen takes. And it's pretty even. Or you go back. Still pretty even. And I would have been fine. But instead I overlooked this problem. That the knight can come in and put pressure on this piece, and it's only defended by a pawn and a queen. Because if I were to just develop here, check, take, take, take. Oh, that's better for me. So like, I mean, it wouldn't have been absolutely terrible. I mean, the engine likes it, but let's be real. This king is exposed. This would be really hard for me. I'd have to calculate, like, really hard. Like, my instinctual moves are not going to be very good here. This would require, like, some really heavy calculation I don't like. I guess getting out of the pin. No. Oh, trade off the bishop. I just like, the engine does not like it, but I think a normal move here would just be to move the king out of the way, prepare the rook here, get the queen here, and get the battery set up. The thing is white has plenty of tempo to be able to deal with that, so it would be a long-term strategy here, but like, I do not like this situation. It could all be prevented if I just had the foresight to notice this opportunity for white to put more pressure on f6. And I could have just poked, you know, kicked the bishop to take action. If you take here, it's fine. And if you move back, it's fine. Someone challenged me to a 30-minute game? Okay. Okay, I'll just take the center. I'll take the center. Develop a knight, or try to keep the center. I've already made 2 pawns. I think getting the knight out probably prudent. And remember, now I have 30 minutes, so I got plenty of time to think here. So the knight is putting more pressure on here. I could just close the center here, I can then keep putting pressure on the knight. Oh, that looks nasty. I could start with pinning and then pushing. But if I pin and you take here, well, then I can just win back this way, or even the queen because of the pin. But as soon as you unpin it, then my queen would have to move. Well, then I have a nice battery. But it doesn't really work out because as soon as you kick the bishop out, then the queen's kind of exposed. So if I just did like a prophylactic move here, just prevented the knight from coming in this way. It is a slow move, but then if I were to do something like that, because I do have a little bit of extra tempo, but now I think the tempo is one back. Now we seem to have like somewhat equal development now, although I have an opportunity to develop a piece. Because white developed a pawn, and I developed a piece already. So white just developed the first piece. Or he did, Oliver. Oliver the reindeer. All of the other reindeer. Okay, white, he developed 3 pawns and a piece. I have an opportunity to develop, a piece here. Although because white's first to move, this might not matter too much. If I do advance right away, it does create an opportunity for me to get some development underway. But then the pawn advances here. Oh, yeah, and then the knight's kind of misplaced. So I don't know if it's terrible. I could just start with just a straight up pin. You take care of the pin. Then I just castle. I like the idea of not going in for some kind of attack. Although I do have an opportunity to close the center. I don't know if I want to close the center. It's too early to tell. So if I push here, it does force variations. And this bishop is weakened. So maybe this is some strength to this. Because this bishop is now weak. Light squared bishop. If I push here, knight either goes to b5 or knight a4. Very misplaced on knight a4. And if you just go back, then it weakens the bishop even more. And then you have to come over here. And then where's this knight gonna go? I actually kind of like that pawn advance. Let's close the center. Okay, and now I need to just take the, okay, so if I take the piece, I'm up a piece. You take the pawn. I take a pawn, bishop takes, but then the bishop's more active. I take the knight, pawn takes pawn. Then I have to move the knight. I could even just go home. Because I'd be up a piece for a pawn. Well, the thing is here. Let's just take it. And then I've traded off light squared bishops. I don't like this because the bishop comes in. And I'd rather double up white's pawns. But I can either go here and put pressure on this pawn still. Then if you come in, it exposes my king. And also the light squared bishop is weakened. So if I go here, it puts the same pressure on the pawn, defended by the bishop. And if you push, the bishop just takes. Okay. And you take the pawn. And then I take the pawn. And I'm already up a piece. Or 2 pawns, really. Okay, let's go here. Okay, well now... I can just take the pawn. Now I can put extra pressure on this. Oh, the bishop, never mind. Push here, now white gets the center. Well, if I take here, it can also just, well, obviously, take with the bishop. Oh, but then, oh, no, light squared bishop. Oh, my knight's getting kicked around like crazy. I would rather double up these pawns. Well, here I could, there's a tactic here. I think I need to calculate this. If I move the bishop here, you take the knight, take the pawn with check, move the bishop out, I take the rook, promote, queen takes. So obviously you're not going to take the knight. You have to deal with this. Move the rook. But I still get this. Obviously, if you take the knight, I get a rook. And I'm already up a piece, so... Other moves, like obviously ignoring the pin, or the X-ray, whatever, the reveal check, I still get the rook. Oh, but then in that case... Then I have to, take the bishop, queen takes, and then I take the rook and get my queen back with check, and then you move the queen back and I trade queens. I think this is safe. Oh, the problem is I didn't calculate that. Oh. Okay, well in that case I just win a rook. I forgot about the pawn push. B3 would have been terrifying for me. I would have just... Well, then I would still be able to save my, Okay, and I get the pawn back here. Oh, oh yeah, you can't, now you can't take here. Okay, Okay, I need to slow down. I could check or I could take with the bishop. Oh, obviously I want to take with the bishop. Oh, if I take with the queen... Queen defends. But with check... Now you can only go here, or here, or here. Or the bishop, yeah. And then I win a queen. Yeah, if I take with the queen, it pins the bishop. So you'd have to defend the bishop. Well, then I just get another pawn. Yeah, I think taking with the queen is a good idea in this situation. I'm up a queen. Okay, so I gotta simplify as soon as possible. I can attack the pin piece. Oh, now it's no longer pinned, but it's still in my favor. Now, is there a better move than bishop c3? Do I have a knight move? Do I have a bishop move? I could literally just take out pawns with the I have so much capital right now. I could literally sacrifice a piece and a rook and I would still be up material, but I don't want to do that, obviously. I could just play tactfully. If I could just castle, get my king to safety, but I do think I have options. If I play bishop c3, I'm threatening to trade. Is there a check with the dark squared bishop? There is a check with the light squared bishop. Then I can just move the knight. So bishop c3. And if you do just take the bishop, check, king takes, and then I can save the knight by developing. And then I'm going to be able to castle. I think this is safe. Bishop c3. Okay, in that case... Yeah, now I can just... I could just force it. And that way, it is definitely forced, because if you move the king out of the way now... Oh, first of all, you can't. This definitely forces it. So now you have to trade with the queen. And now actually I don't need to defend the knight just yet. I can actually just castle. And now my king is extremely safe. I'm up a queen. I can develop these pieces leisurely. In fact, if I wanted to, I could literally just sacrifice these pieces for like a pawn if it makes it easier for me. But I'm just going to develop as... Well, first of all, let me just... If I just push this pawn first and then develop the knight. So then I get some space on the king side. I need to start playing for pawn pushes. Bishop does not really have any real squares. Okay, now I need to just develop my bishop and defend, and I can take with the knight. My knight can start sniping pawns. Or actually, no, I think the bishop would be a better option. Trade off and then get the knight in. Well, actually, no, the knight forces it because of the check. Okay. And then I'm also attacking the pawn after the bishop recaptures. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, just develop the knight. Get the rooks on the open files. We got cleanup duty here. I said duty. She said duty. Wait, do I have... Sorry, I don't think I have an appointment today. No, that was just an alarm. I accidentally set off an alarm for an appointment. Yeah, I have, I think I accidentally, yeah, that was an old alarm. I think I, okay, let me just get the rook on the open file here. I can use this rook for these pawns, so I think, no, I'd rather get this rook here for this pawn battery kind of situation. Pin situation, I mean. But let me take the open file first. And then I can take the semi-open file. I can work on pushing this. Okay, well that's literally just a... It's literally just a free pawn. And it defends the knight again, frees up the bishop. Well here I can just develop. Also, I'm on the wrong source. I forgot to switch the windows. I'll just take it. It does allow development, but I'm up so much material it doesn't matter. Not particularly. I do have a reveal check. I guess I can just get a free bishop movement, get the bishop to like a, I guess a more dangerous diagonal. Yeah, I've just switched to my coffee stained shirt. It's starting to get warm. Okay, well now I can just trade off rooks. Oh, also I think I need sound effects for the chess. Oh, that's just a free rook. Could have moved here. Yeah, that's just a free knight. It's a free pawn. Just get my rook back to safety. Move the bishop to safety. Start attacking pawns. Check. I can just push pawns here. Oh, I should have moved the knight. Let's just go here. I guess that works out just fine. Okay, promote. Check. Check. Mate. GG. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this is the first mistake. We'll play again in a second. Let me go over the game. This is the first mistake. It exposes the king right away. Is that you, Odu? Or Udu? 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 You have Hangul Korean? Hey, Peter Balkus. Udu has Korean Hangul mixed with katakana as a name. Udu came through on a win. Liddy, what up? Yeah, what's up, Duck2? DuckDuckGo. People actually use that website. Have you ever looked at your YouTube analytics? Thank you. Normally I have, this is the analysis board. Normally the cropping is cleaner for the gameplay. But I haven't set up a second window capture. I do, but it's on a different source. I'm setting up like the full screen source. I think this is better for YouTube, for Twitch clips now. They allow you to crop up stuff for vertical really easily. So it's like I can just do a vertical. It has my name on the top right with chess.com and the chessboard. You didn't think you're still streaming? I started streaming again because I'm a little sick right now, so my voice is a little weird. And I'm just like wearing a coffee stained shirt. Super low energy right now. But I started wanting to commit to a solid schedule, if not really for streaming's sake, but for my own personal development, because a lot of the times I'll just do stuff like streaming because it's a really fun hobby for me. Yeah, I guess even my low energy is still pretty high energy. I need to like think like Goku, right? Like I've been rereading, I don't know if you I really like the Shonen Jump like app. It's like $3 and you get like 100 chapters a day that you can read. That's a lot of chapters. But I ran out. Recently I've been reading like constantly. I've been rereading Dragon Ball. But it's like I'm on the Android Saga now again. And as soon as I get to Dragon Ball Super, I watch the anime, but I'm gonna read the manga this time and go all the way to where the manga is. But it's like Goku. Like for Goku, after he's trained in like 100 times gravity and like trained in like literal like with like literal demon gods. Okay, like if his version of like not putting out any energy is still like 1,000,000 times higher than any regular person. Oh yeah, DuckDuckGo. So about YouTube analytics, apparently people are finding my YouTube channel on DuckDuckGo like 1% of the time. Or no, maybe it was my blog. It's like, I think both. Like, I was looking at my WordPress analytics, I think it was, and it's like people actually search. Oh, Balkus? Oh my god. You're famous. Now you're gonna get sued for copyright infringement. There's actually like, I think 1% of people finding my blog on DuckDuckGo. That's another thing. I need to like, it's this consistency problem. Like I have like goals that I set, and I was able to get my surgery, you know, as I was telling you in your stream, I was able to get my surgery to happen. And like that required like an insane, like superhuman strength on my part. Because I'm struggling right now. I have this executive dysfunction issue. That's like, oh, it needs to be rebeccaloran.blog. I need to change that. Command edit blog, https://rebeccaloran.blog. Successfully updated command. Yeah, now it should work. I need to, I was able to do all that, but like I just had to, I now am part of like a center that works specifically with children and adults with developmental disorders to like make sure that they have a productive life, a meaningful life with gainful employment. Like I'm going to be getting job coaching. I'm going to have advocacy that I never had before. Yeah, I'm on the level where I get SSI payments, which I don't know if you're in the US. SSI is like, I'm permanently disabled. I had to get a lawyer, and I had to have my doctor like list out like in excruciating detail like all my disability stuff. And it's really hard to get SSI, even if you're like, unless you're like literally blind, and you have to be really blind. Like you have to be like blind. But even if you're like blind, it's still a process. And it's like, I have a blindness that is not really visible. I know it's like a double metaphor. I have an invisible disability because of my whole life, people were like, oh, you're just lazy. because you don't like follow through with things. You don't like take care of your chores. You don't like do, and I got really bullied by adults as a child. They put a lot of pressure on me because I was so smart. I was in like the gifted program, and all that kind of stuff. Interretti. Hello. Hey Noah V. Yeah, it took so much out of me to make sure I got all the surgery stuff, because that was like life and death. But there's a reason why I have permanent disability. It's because of stuff like that. And I was saying earlier during this game, or during the previous game, well, I got a challenge from a 2149. I'm gonna take that. We'll go over that game afterwards. Yeah, I mean, the thing is I had to admit that I had a problem, and a lot of people, they might be able to get help, but they're not willing to admit that they need help, and at least I don't have that problem. Oh, don't worry about me. I gotta take care of myself. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, don't worry about the streamer. I got my own stuff to worry about. Yeah, this is like book play. Okay, so... not going with the queen variation. Unfortunately my knight's not developed, so I can't just push the pawn. I could go for counterplay, but then it allows the pawn push. This still allows a pawn push. I'm just gonna develop. You don't have to be smart, you just have to be willing to train. And also you have to overcome any kind of deficits that you have. Like I was saying earlier, the big deficit I have is I have executive dysfunction, which is a huge part of chess. It might not like... decision making is a big part of executive dysfunction. Like I might know what to do, but I don't always know how to do it in the right order. Like I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. It's like Kylo Ren. How long have you been playing chess? Today or in general? Because I've been playing chess, I'm 36 years old. I've been playing chess since I was like 8 or 9. I think that I was taught chess by my dad. And then we had a CDTV, a Commodore game console. It was basically like a DVD player, but it was like a game console, and it had a remote with like a big controller with a bunch of buttons. Okay, well now white could have played here. If I push the pawn here, I don't know if there's anything I need to look out for. Bishop can just come in. Bishop is defending. Oh, but now if I push the pawn, queen has to move. Where's the queen gonna move? You do get tempo, but then I can just... I think the pawn push is fine. I'm 36. Thank you. I also kind of got a couple of extra years because of estrogen therapy for the past 5 years. Estrogen kind of makes you look younger. Okay, I could just trade. I think that's obviously not a good idea. I could just develop the knight, because then I get free knight development, and then I can trade off the queens, get the knight, and then I have a semi-open file. Okay, well now I think I have to kick the bishop. Then you take. Queen takes. It's not like a huge threat, because the bishop would be trade-off. Okay, so I think kicking the bishop starts off... Well, you could just attack the queen. But then I attack the queen. Obviously, if I just move the bishop, it starts this. But I mean, that's still an even trade. But I want to figure out... I think this is good. I don't only stream chess. I got back into chess, so I might only stream chess from now on. But, again, it has been a few years since I regularly streamed chess. I've kind of streamed a few times, like, okay, let's see. This might be opposite side castling. Yeah. If I attack the knight, then you just come in. I could attack the pawn here. Oh, I need to take this file first. Knight comes in. And then I can also defend the pawn that way, frees up the bishop. Oh, I can get a free bishop move. But then I need to castle kingside, defend. I mean queenside. I like this, I think. Getting tempo. Now yeah, I think castle and queenside. I am multi-streaming right now to multiple websites. Streaming isn't a huge priority for me. I've been streaming for quite a while. I kind of know a few things. There's a delusion people get into thinking that they can just stream and grow their... Okay, now I'm just really screwing up here. Let me just get... A lot of it I think is like what we're doing right now is really what like streaming is about. Like just chatting with people, learning a game together or enjoying a game together. That's what streaming is really about. The delusion people think, because people just go live and they think that they're gonna like be like XQC or Ninja or that they're gonna get famous and like be super successful. I was under that delusion for a while too, because it's like you want it to be true, but the thing is that's not going to happen if you don't have the platform that merits that, right? So like XQC didn't get famous just from streaming, and he did, but like he was famous because of Overwatch, because he was like during the heyday of esports, where, you know, nowadays it's different. You can't do that anymore, really. Yeah, I need to attack that pawn so I can put pressure on that knight eventually. But like you really want it to be true. Well, I guess that was a bad move, but it did make permanently weaken these squares. Okay, I can then push up here. Oh, I don't want to do that now. Okay. I guess I'll just set up a battery. Yeah, the thing is people would just, you see, XQC, for example, he got his notoriety from playing Overwatch, but the reason he's a famous streamer is because then he didn't just play Overwatch. He started streaming. And it was like, you know, he went through the process of going through that, but he wouldn't have had streaming if he didn't have Overwatch. And likewise, like the Botez sisters, they were already in the chess world. Like they were already like known in like the Canadian chess team. And not only that, then they did a lot of stuff on Instagram. And they actually really grew a lot on Instagram. That's how the Botez sisters, you know, got their start. But then once they got their start, then they started streaming, and that's where they really shined. Because you know you have to get your start first, and it's the starting. It's like trying to start a motor without any gas, without any oil, and possibly something has like a head gasket blown. Like that's what it's like trying to get like platform started. Like nobody really knows like what you're supposed to do. Like nobody knows. Like even people who are like OTK, they don't know how to make people famous. Like nobody knows how to do that. Like absolutely nobody knows. And the thing is maybe that's the wrong goal. You shouldn't be trying to get famous. You should be trying to like make something that works for you. Oh God, I screwed up. Yikes. Well, let me just, oh, I'm in check, obviously. Yeah, Ninja in Fortnite, see, Ninja was like one of the early adopters of Fortnite, and you have to also realize these people started streaming when streaming was not as ubiquitous as it is now. Like everybody wants to be a streamer now, and it just makes it that much more competitive. I don't think it's impossible, but you should not think of streaming as your goal. You should think of streaming as like a side effect. Like if you want to stream, then you have to have something that merits that. And so you should build that thing. Like, if you want to be a mathematician, you have to learn math. You know, it doesn't matter what college you go to if you just cheated on your if your name is Timmy Turner and I cheated on my math test. If you just cheat on your math test, that's not going to matter because you have to know the math. If you don't know the math, it doesn't matter what degree you have. It doesn't matter like what school you went to. It doesn't matter anything. And like if you don't not know how to actually do the thing, yeah, I don't know why I didn't take the pawn. If you don't know how to actually do the thing, then it doesn't really matter. And that's why it's like a lot of people, they'll use ChatGPT to like do their essays, and it's like you're only cheating yourself. Because it's like it like who cares about what degree you have? Nobody does. They care if you can actually back it up. Yeah, and I played terribly here. Everyone streamed it because of having just another it's just another social media. And if you think about it that way, like I remember, I'm a super old lady, and I remember when Facebook just came, MySpace just came, when AOL came out, when You've Got Mail was a thing. ChatGPT is a useful tool for aggregating data to be able to prompt you to come up with better solutions. It's not like a replacement. People use ChatGPT to save them time for things that a machine can do really well. Hello, hey Gorgon Queen, welcome back. I don't know if you've been here since I had my surgery, but I had my surgery. Like, I had my bottom surgery like 6 months ago. I'm super excited. Where did this go wrong? I don't think this was terribly bad. Like, I mean, this was a moment where I was like trying to think. Maybe this was not the best. Maybe just trading off here, but then like, yeah, the engine prefers that for white, so I think this was fine. Maybe just put pressure on this pawn. Yeah, I don't know, this was GG. I think a lot of this was just, well, first of all, I made some big mistakes. Yeah, I don't think castling was a good idea. Maybe just put that there. Because now... Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know. I look beautiful even though I'm like all sick and I'm wearing a coffee stained shirt and I'm not really feeling my best. Oh. But that's the thing, is like my goal changed like a few years ago. I was like just streaming chess, and also if I wanted to be a better chess player, streaming wasn't the opportunity either. So it's like you have to like, it's like I started thinking like, how do I actually make these things happen? If I want to be a good chess player, I need to have coaching. If I want coaching, I need a lifestyle that matches that. In order to have that lifestyle, I need to have money. In order to have money, I need to be able to earn money. And be able to earn money, I need opportunities and resources. Some of those resources are out of my control. Some of those are. And there's resources that I have now where I need to like level up my own personal abilities. Which is why I started working with, you know, the regional center, North Bay Regional Center. They started working with me. Oh, I thought I accepted the challenge. Oh, there. Oh, there we go. Oops. Misclick. I was trying to play E4. Oh well, let's just play it. We'll play it live. Wow, yeah, let's just go this way. We'll do it live. And so it's like, if I really want to be a chess player, I have to be able to play. I logged in on another, oh. What? Oh, because I had another window, tab open. Okay. So it's like I had to kind of change, like, I need these certain conditions to be met if I want to be a chess player, if I want to play over the board tournaments, because I love chess. I don't know if chess can be like an income source for me. I know I can teach chess. I taught chess to kids, but I don't like working with kids. They're so annoying. And it's really a lot of and not because they're annoying, but because it's a lot of pressure for me. Like, it's a lot of pressure because I don't want to say or do anything that's gonna, like, you know, screw up the kid. I don't want to make them hate chess. I don't want to like be angry or have like an autistic meltdown when a kid is present. I don't want to be in that situation ever again. It hurt me a lot when I was working to teach chess. I just don't really think that that's like a very realistic. I mean, it might be a potential, like, I mean, coaching adults. I've had people who want free coaching from me. But I'm not really like focused on that. Like, not at all. It's not a big priority for me. But I do want to get back to chess. I want to play over the board games. I love chess. I love people who play chess even when they're prickly and weird. Because sometimes people are prickly and weird. But that's okay, because chess is chess, and people are people. Okay, develop the knight. And I can probably find Oh Man Goat's stream later and watch the VOD so I can get some insight into my gameplay. That's the cool thing about chess. See, this is why you should be streaming. These are the right goals to have. Like, if you want to improve your chess, or you want to improve your Fortnite, or you want to improve your League of Legends, or whatever game you're playing, you find a community where people of like mind can like learn and grow from each other and be a part of a community. That's what it's about. And so it's like, if you're going into like, oh, I want to get donations, it's like, well, that's not really how things go. Like, and it's like the wrong mindset to have. Like, but like, you know, oh, I can play this 2,100 rated player and go watch his VOD later and see what he has to say about the positions, because this is a higher rated opponent. This is somebody who's going to be able to help me improve. If I listen to this person's commentary, if there is any, obviously you can never expect that to be the case, but you know, then I can really improve my chess game. And like, you know, it's really special. I think it's really special what is possible in today's age. If I push the pawn, I don't have enough pressure on d5 to do that. I think just I do not want to develop on b5. So I'm just gonna develop kind of passively here. And I think I think it'd be better if I just play like this. There is defense on c4, so you push the pawn, take with the pawn. Pawn takes, bishop takes, and the bishop's really active. Yeah, I guess my stream cut out for a second. Como se dice? Butthole. No! No le hay nada. I think castling is probably okay, but now, well, now there's still enough defense. Now castle, if push takes, knight takes. And I have this nice spot with tempo. Okay. I mean, eventually e4 push. That's fine. Probably preparing to castle. Now if I push here... Okay, yeah, and then I think maybe this queen move is better, but then... Yeah, I want to be able to defend here. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, I started thinking that way, right? Like I started thinking like, why am I streaming? And I started streaming for myself rather than for some like, I need to grind, the grind set. I got out of that really quick. I think, oh, not when I quick, I mean like it took me like 2 years of streaming on like an 8-hour a day basis to finally realize, hey, I don't think this is working. And I started to shift like how I saw streaming. And then I started seeing streaming as just something that I do. It's not about like the end results. It's just something you do. And then ironically, if I can make something else work, which I'm working on, don't worry, I got a plan and it's working. I made $65 this week. But it's not about the money. It's like I'm building stuff to be able to build a platform for myself to have like revenue streams long term. And there's multiple revenue streams I can make, including like stuff I can do in person. And this job coach I'm going to be working with is going to help me build like all the stuff that I'm pursuing, like build a modeling portfolio for myself, find opportunities, and also stuff outside of modeling using my other skills. I don't have enough defense here to push here now. If I can push, knight takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, bishop. If only, okay, I need to push the pawn then, open up the bishop. Yeah, you should always focus on just doing one thing at a time. If you're trying to, I know a lot of people think that they can work really well, like, oh, I like listening to music while I'm watching a Twitch stream, while I'm chatting on Discord, and I'm studying for the test next week, like, or doing homework. You really want to focus on doing like one thing at a time for a short, dedicated burst, and then taking breaks. And even then, you want to make your breaks like, you want to keep yourself in a mindset where you're not like watching TV or doing something that's like gonna like really just divide your attention and just you really want to stay focused. And it's like a lot of people are like, oh, I can't work, I can't do homework if I don't have like, you know, Twitch on. It's like, no, turn Twitch off. You know, you'll do a lot better if you start like literally like just focusing on things. A lot of people like will say things, they're not true. They convince themselves it's true because they want it to be true. It's just like the whole streaming thing. Oh, right, the queen came out. Like just because you want it to be true doesn't make it true. And people say, oh, like I really like listening to music while I'm doing my homework or studying or whatever. And it's like, yeah, sometimes music might help you get in the focus, but sometimes it's like, are you really as focused as you could be? Like, ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Are you really as focused as you could be? Because now your brain is listening to the music, and even if it's just like lo-fi beats or whatever, like your brain is like putting all of its focus, like it's dividing its focus. And you know, music isn't so bad. I'll give you that. Music can actually be like pretty helpful. Okay, and get the rook on the file. Just like I'm streaming while I'm playing chess, there's a reason I'm doing this, and it's not to improve at chess. If I wanted to improve at chess, I would not be streaming. I'm streaming because I like just having some casual games, and I'm trying to, I have a different goal where I'm trying to set a schedule for things that I want to do. And yes, this is gonna put some imbalances on the board. I have things that I want to achieve that have nothing to do with streaming or chess or anything. And in order to get better at those things, I need to like be able to commit to a schedule, even on things that are like not like a doctor appointment, not like, you know, these things that you have to do, right? Where did I go from? Okay. Check first. Here or here? Okay, now I need to get to safety. Oh, now it's GG. I screwed up. I screwed up. Nope. I'm gonna have to go. I'm getting a little bit tired. And I'm not feeling too great. But I showed up and we streamed for an hour and 40 minutes. You know, I generally wanted to stream for 1 to 2 hours twice a week. Sundays and Mondays. Today was a little late, but like, because I wasn't feeling too great, but generally I want to go live between 10 and 11 a.m. Like, I'm really aiming for like 10 a.m. Like every Sunday, every Monday, Pacific time, so California time. Don't go, McConnell. What is this, Asmongold stream? Yikes. How you doing, Matt Connell? I'm a beast? Not really. I need a lot more training, but I need to get to a point in my life where I can actually go to tournaments. I have never I've only gone to 2 different tournaments in my entire life. I don't think I went to any tournaments as a child. I left the chess program as a kid. I don't think we could have afforded it. But I want to play over the board tournaments, and I'm in the Bay Area, and all the tournaments are like in like Oakland, Sacramento, Berkeley, Cupertino. There might be some in San Francisco, but mostly they're in like Berkeley and like Cupertino, Oakland area. And that's like a lot of preparation, and I already have a difficulty doing things with executive dysfunction. Part of the reason why I want to go to chess tournaments is to improve at that. I'm not sure how I could have played better here. Where was... Yeah, maybe this was a mistake here. Maybe I should have just taken here. Then the pawn takes. Bishop. Possibly. And then push the pawn. Yeah. This could have been better, I think. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm just getting really tired. Let's just do some Puzzle Survivor. And then I'll go. Yeah, there's really, this is the thing. I'm in like Sonoma County. There is zero chess presence here. There used to be a little bit. There's zero chess presence here. The closest thing is the Mechanics Institute in San Francisco. But you also have to understand that involves resources I don't necessarily have. Check, and that's checkmate. I have to be able to get to San Francisco, either driving or on the bus, get to the Mechanics Institute, and I have to be able to pay for the tournaments, for the entry fee. I have to, you know, obviously play the chess and put my 100% of my focus into the over-the-board games. And I love classical chess. I absolutely love classical chess. I like how the Botez sisters are doing these classical tournaments. They're filling a niche that not everybody is capable of doing. It costs a lot of money to run chess tournaments. And I'm really poor. I'm in poverty. I can't run chess tournaments. I can barely even go to chess tournaments. Money has been the single biggest problem preventing me from pursuing chess in my life, and it's destroyed like every ounce of hope I have of improving at chess. I've tried to do my best without making excuses. But I do need coaching, and I need to be playing tournaments. If you don't play over-the-board tournaments, you'll never be considered a serious chess player, because you have to be able to put that time and energy and effort and resources, or you will never improve. The level of improvement that you get from going to an over-the-board chess tournament is absolutely like pinnacle. Like, that's like absolute top level improvement you can possibly get. Oh, no. All right, and the pin. Can make a pin, but checks captures threats. CCTV. Checks captures threats variations. Checks captures threats variations. Well, capture. Takes. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I take the knight, there's three pieces left. Yeah, like that's the biggest problem, is that I just do not have, like, right now I have bigger fish to fry. I need to be able to make a living or I won't be able to improve at chess. And in order to do that, I have to work with North Bay Regional Center and get like work with this job coach. And you know, also like I'm doing stuff on my own already to build my modeling career, which may or may not work out, but I can try. You know, nobody can fault me for trying. You know, I have two choices. I could just give up on everything and feel like, oh, there's no hope, and then just play video games all day and do nothing with my life, or I could do something. Yeah, if you check, I would just... Yeah, the bishop. I need to defend this pawn, so... Yeah, I got a lot of good stuff going for me. It's just, it seems really slow right now, but you also have to remember I just got off of this huge... Like, I just got bottom surgery, and I don't know if you're aware, even in California, transgender surgeries are very difficult to make happen. And this, like, broken, autistic person was able to make it happen, even with all the it came at great expense to my... I mean, luckily, insurance paid for it, and that's what made it possible at all. So I'm forever grateful for that. But even with that all paid for, there was a lot of stuff I had to do. I had to keep going to appointments. I had to keep pushing. It didn't just happen. I also had to take care of my diabetes. The doctor was almost like, he delayed the surgery because I was not absolutely where he wanted me to be with my blood sugar management, and I was already like working out like every week, like multiple times a week, eating super healthy. I was already really healthy, and I was still not where he wanted me to be, and so I pushed myself to the absolute grind set, and it was the most devastating month of my life. But then I got right back on the schedule, and I was so proud of myself. And after I did that, I'm like, this could have easily been kept dragging out for years. If I didn't pull everything together to be able to make that surgery happen, it wouldn't have happened. I made it happen. And I'm having trouble accepting that. I still feel like I'm still before the surgery. Like, I think there's like some residual like madness in my brain that's like convinced that I'm still have to rush around to like my brain was so in that like grind set that now that I'm out of it, it's like still there, and it's like slowing down. It's like if you keep running and you're sprinting, and you know how like you're sprinting at top speed, you can barely, like, you're just like, and then it's like you get the finish line, you don't just stop, like you're just like, you're still like, oh, okay, you like, you have to ramp down. You know, you're at such a high speed, you can't just suddenly stop. And so like that's kind of where my brain is right now. Rook takes, and then rook can take. Well, check. Oh, if I check, queen takes, and then I can attack the rook. And you're not going to be able to defend the rook. Oh. Yeah, there must have been something better there. Check. Oh, and then I'm gonna win a rook. Well, it's actually gonna be... Oh, the knight takes. Never mind. And then I can't check here. Oh, the bishop's there anyway. Check. And then I can check here. Check. Well, you can go here, or here. Oh, no, you can't go there. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, I think that's it. I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a good time, and I'm glad to catch up and just talk about stuff. And I'm getting to a place where it's like, okay, I don't really feel like I could be very... I don't feel very creative right now, and that's okay. I don't have to always be creative. I'm writing a lot, like I'm journaling, and I have made progress on like my novel and stuff, but maybe I need to cut myself some slack because I'm doing like a lot more stuff than I realize. And I'm gonna be taking care of like, you know, my my dental care. I need to get my wisdom teeth removed, and you know, like everything's like gonna happen. It's fine. I'm trying to bring a lot less of like my life stuff onto the stream, but I don't really know what to talk about if I don't talk about my life, and that's like a creativity issue. But I think eventually things will work out. I'm just not really, like, I'm just very vulnerable right now. Like, I'm just in a very vulnerable state of mind right now. I need to like allow myself to like get better. It's only been like 6 months basically, not even, since like an absolute life-changing surgery that I have been spending like the past 5 years pursuing. And I knew for like, it's been like 18 years since I knew I needed it. So that happened. It's done forever. And now I'm just, I keep feeling like I'm still there, but I'm not there anymore. I'm past it. Like I've already passed the finish line. I need to slow down. And I'm still sprinting at top speed. And I'm like, whoa, like slow down, Rebecca. Like you've already done it. You already won. You won. Like, why are you still sprinting? Like, go rest, go spend time with your loved ones, like, go celebrate, you know, go recover, you know, have some water. Like, Jesus Christ.